these, you have to be able to know where your hips are. All right? You have to know where your hips are.
That was a weird one.
All I'm doing is positioning her hips. Her foot's there. If I turned her back, her foot would be there. All right? We can do all sorts of things to accompany that movement. Whatever pops into your crazy brain.
I'll go for
Jen, I
that.
know. It's really good. He said, oh, I like that. You know.
But the problem is what if
But he can't do it with a woman who doesn't have that code, that feel of her hips, moving her feet. Whether she moves her feet by herself, oh, I'm going to put my foot here, I'm going to put... He has no control over a woman who does that, who puts her foot somewhere other than... He only has control over her hips, and he has control over her hips through her shoulders. I turn her shoulders, it turns her hips. I turn her shoulders, it turns the hips. When I don't have the use of the shoulders like close and brace, then I have to use a little more strength to bring it over there. I have to, it's a different move, and I'll explain that later, how you will cause that cross, but it's a different cross. The cross that we do in open, like here, would be forward cross, just like we just did. It's the exact same cross we just did. I just brought her, it's like I brought her back and brought her forward. Except I interrupt the back move. And I want to get to this eventually. These are Cheetos. Okay? Then, in close and brace, where they came from, started, you have to lead them a little wider.
They're more
There.
like crosses.
But
More like living.
what you have to realize in close and brace, that it's so difficult for the woman, is she can't get that foot going back cross. In other words, if I lead her there and she puts the foot further back, and she holds on, what's going to happen? She's going to hunch or go in a volcano position. She has to bring this back foot forward, like the cross we just did. It's a forward cross. If I lead this, there, I'm leading it slightly forward. Slightly forward. It's harder on this side, so you tend to lead it straight and go with it. But this one can always be forward. Okay?
May I just say one thing about whatever pops into the crazy brain? The thing is, if you like it, it probably never pops in there again.
No, not
You
this
never
one.
get to see it again.
All right, so give that just a little more practice, and then we'll dance again. But I wanted to go that. And when we come back from Buenos Aires, I guess we'll do these.
We're going to
These. Well, we're gonna, yeah. To do that, we need to teach these little cheers. We can spend a couple minutes going over this. We're going to step, lead the lady back, and then lead the back. Just do that. Flat, up, back, up. See if you can do that with the left.